Hey friends, today I'm sharing with you my favorite Walmart food finds. I'll show you how to find the best deals in the store and also online. I'll be making some delicious food with the sale items that I find today. And I'm also going to be trying some new to me Great Value brand products. I've heard that there's a great low cost dinner option in the freezer section, so I'm going to investigate and see if it's something I recommend. I could definitely use some more convenience foods to help me get through this busy season. Okay, first let's talk about Walmart's secret deals. I know that sounds a little bit dramatic, but I have a lot of experience with searching for products and pricing, and I've come to the conclusion that some of their very best deals, both online and in the stores, are hidden. And I think a lot of that has to do with how merchandising and retail space works, but some of it feels very deliberate. The first item I'll show you is the best deal on ground beef and turkey. You may have to search for this because it's kept in the freezer section. It's not with the other ground beef. In my store, they were on the very bottom shelf, and the ground beef was $4.44, and that's really the best deal for ground beef. And then I had to kind of move something out of the way to see the ground turkey, and that's another great deal at $2.54 a pound. If you're someone that buys their groceries online, and many of my viewers do, then you may never know that this product exists because when you go to the Walmart website and type in ground turkey, the festive brand doesn't even come up. Even if I do a search for lowest items first, which is one of the tools I use to find the lowest price items, but you actually have to go in and type in festive ground turkey to even get this to come up. I mean, how are you supposed to know the brand name if you're just someone shopping for the least expensive ground turkey option? I don't prefer this ground turkey for every application, but I think it's fine in a lot of recipes like lasagna or casseroles. For me, the difference is the size of the pieces. It seems like it's more fine than the other brands, if that makes any sense, but it's such a great value that it can really help somebody that's having trouble affording groceries. And then for the beef, I was able to find the frozen ground beef online, but I noticed that it was on sale for $3.97, and in my store it was still showing $4.44. So that's another good reason to check online first, especially for items that you buy frequently. You really do have to be like a sleuth to get the best prices at Walmart. And some of their products sell out. So if you're a person that sleeps in on the weekend and shops later in the day, you may not even be aware of some of these products. This 10-pound bag of chicken leg quarters is probably my all-time favorite best deal at Walmart. These are 77 cents a pound. This can go very far towards feeding a family for the week. Another awesome deal at Walmart is their boxes of 60 eggs. At my store, they were $5.92, which is less than 10 cents per egg. And for some reason, they beat Sam's Club price on eggs by $3. Another way to find great deals is on their website. First of all, make sure that the location is set to the Walmart that you shop at. And mine is currently set to the Irvine Supercenter. Then go to Departments, Grocery, and under grocery deals, there's an option for shop all deals or deals under $5. And I'll select shop all deals. And I like to do this before I go to the store, just so I can jot down a few items that I want to make sure that I pick up while I'm there. You could also do this on their app, which should be available for you to download in the App Store on your phone, but I do prefer to use my laptop for most everything. It's just easier to see, and I'm also able to have access to all of the ratings, which is always important to me, especially when I'm trying a new ingredient. It's not surprising that most of these items are snack type foods. I do see that they have Jiffy corn muffin mix on sale for 52 cents each, and I'm getting low on those, so I'll probably go ahead and pick a few of those up. They also have chicken broth for $1, which is a great deal. Wondering if they also have vegetable broth on sale. It's definitely a good time to stock up on that. I don't remember what the normal price of evaporated milk is, but that actually looks like a good deal. And this is an excellent deal on canned pumpkin. If you enjoy eating this, the Thanksgiving season is definitely the time to stock your pantry. This is a savings of 64 cents per can. I'll pick up a few of these for my pantry, and then I'll make a recipe using pumpkin later in the video. And another thing I wanted to show you is that you can use their app to turn Walmart into a Dollar Tree. So you basically go to the grocery section and then just type in food under $1 and shop for items from this list. This is another way that you can also shop for meat on sale. For example, if you're looking for meat for under $5, just type that in and then you can see the items that come up that are in that price range. And some of the first few items are always sponsored posts, so you have to scroll past those, but this can be another way to help stay on budget and discover good buys. Another one of my favorite purchases at Walmart are the Great Value brand English muffins, and the cheapest ones are actually not kept in with the bread. They're in a refrigerated section next to the cream cheese. I also love these Great Value hamburger buns. I like to keep these in the freezer. Not only are they a great deal, but they're just a great starting point for so many cheap meals. You can add these with a can of chili and some sharp cheddar, and you have a delicious meal. You can make grilled cheese with them. You can add in a can of lentils along with sloppy joe mix. You can add some chicken breast patties or vegetarian or vegan patties, and they're the perfect size to make little garlic toasts with. Another thing I wanted to draw your attention to are the clearance sales at Walmart. These vary greatly by store, but I just wanted to let you know what I found at my local store. They sometimes have an end cap for clearance, and there's a few items on there at any given time, but I found the best deals located throughout the store, and sometimes they're hard to spot because the tags are yellow, just like the regular price tags, so you do have to actively be looking for the clearance tags. This day they had Farmer John thick cut bacon for only $3.58, which is about half price, and they also had several styles of egg bites on sale for just $1, but the best deal that day was their Great Value brand bacon for only $1 each. I'm not sure why it was discounted so much because the use by date was very far off, but I did end up picking up some of these for my son because he loves bacon. I also found these sausage rolls for $1 each, so I picked up some of these and threw these in the freezer along with the bacon. Another time I found that they had discounted these hash browns for only $1. These were obviously clearance deals where they were trying to move the product out, probably to get new product in. I did some research online to find out when Walmart does this, and most people said it happens during the first week of the month. But when I went back and looked at the date stamp on all of these videos, they were all at the end of the month. All of the meat was discounted on the 26th, and the hash browns were discounted on the 31st. So it may be different for yours, but you could always ask someone at the store when they do their markdowns. These end-of-the-month clearance items can be a real game changer for families that are struggling to afford food. Today when I was shopping, these were the only clearance markdowns that I could find. They had this Tapatio seasoning that I decided that I would try, and then they had some Tapatio ketchup, and then just some random items, and there were no prices on these beans, so I didn't end up getting these. And then I saw this peanut butter, but it was no sugar added, and yeah, I need some sugar in my peanut butter, so I didn't end up getting that. And also there was no price on that. So that was really the only discount item that I ended up being able to purchase today. I tried the Tapatio later. I had a couple of pieces of Italian kale left over and one Roma tomato. I just diced that up and then added the Tapatio seasoning. That seasoning has garlic and dried vinegar in it, along with chili peppers. Seems to be the same combination in all of these spicy seasoning mixes. I also added a small amount of the Fiesta blend shredded cheese to my eggs, and then served this with some toast and apricot preserves that I had picked up from Walmart earlier. I went kind of light on that Tapatio seasoning because I wasn't sure how spicy it was going to be. So this is very mild, but it does have a nice flavor. That was not a bad deal for $2. I also tried this on my popcorn and it made a nice seasoning for that as well. I actually liked it best with the addition of Tapatio and a little Parmesan cheese. You could also use this to flavor some homemade tortilla chips. I think that'd be really good. Walmart has lots of delicious, great value items, so I'm not going to touch on those because if you watch my channel, you already know what my favorite products are, and you can see for yourself how much cheaper those products are from name brand items. But I will say that they frequently discount some items like tomato sauce, and they seem to do it on a regular rotation, so it's always good to stock up when they do. Same thing with this Jiffy corn muffin mix, which I just discovered actually has lard in it, so I'm probably gonna start buying the vegetarian option from now on, just because I would prefer oil to lard. And I'll mention one more time that the tomato salsa is kept with the tomatoes instead of the salsa. And this is another one of those items that you can't find online unless you put in the term tomato salsa. It won't come up under just salsa. If you're a person that buys your groceries online, you may never know that this product actually exists. Sometimes I like to substitute this Greek yogurt for sour cream because it's less expensive and better for you, but that's not going to work for everyone, and for me, it doesn't work for every recipe. Sometimes you just want the real thing. Another one of my favorite Walmart finds are these mini Kinder's seasoning mixes. They're only $1.98, so you can try these out before investing in one of the bigger bottles. I recently bought this buttery burger blend, and it tastes just like butter, and I use it on everything. It's great on pasta with some zucchini, tomatoes, and mushrooms. Someone mentioned that they like these great value rising crust pizzas and that they were a good buy. I don't buy these frozen pizzas very often, but I do like having a few convenience items on hand for nights that I'm just too busy to cook. The rising crust pizzas were only $4.97 per pizza. I thought this bacon jalapeno one looked really good, and then I spotted this thin and crispy spinach Alfredo pizza. I looked it up online and it had really good reviews, so I decided to get this one along with a bacon jalapeno. I wanted to do a review of these pizzas on camera and let you know what I thought about them. The spinach Alfredo pizza has a white sauce and it looks like it has chunks of mozzarella and spinach and other cheeses. I was kind of annoyed while I was at the store because I was trying to look up the reviews on this pizza online, but it wouldn't let me access the reviews on the app for this particular pizza, even though I could see the reviews on the other pizza that had the positive reviews. So when I got home, I looked it up on my computer and it had fairly bad reviews. So my hopes for this pizza are not high. And my first look at this pizza tells me why it's probably getting some very angry reviewers. All of the bacon seems to be on one side of the pizza, and it just has a few pieces of the jalapeno pepper all in one piece. So what I'm going to do is redistribute the bacon, and I'll chop up this jalapeno pepper and then spread it over the entire pizza. So we have one thin crust and one rising crust, and in our family we like our pizzas a little bit crispy. And here's the thin crust spinach Alfredo. I have to say this actually looks fairly appetizing. I might have cooked it a little bit too long on one of these edges, but my son thought it was actually perfect. And I'm going to let this rest for a few minutes before I cut it. And here is the rising crust pizza, which is considerably thicker. But again, I still think it looks like an appetizing pizza, but let's see how they taste. My oldest son was home when I cooked this, so that was kind of fun. We were able to do this review together. Okay, the spinach Alfredo is tasty. For a $4 to $5 pizza, I would definitely buy this again. The flavor was nice. I think the only place that this pizza falls short for me is I do like an airy pizza crust that's nice and crispy, and that one was a little heavy. Okay, now for the bacon jalapeno. When I purchased this, there was only one of these left, so I figured it must have been a better seller since it was out of stock, but it did have bad reviews online. My son and I both thought this was pretty good. I like it actually better than the other pizza. If I could just put the toppings from the other pizza on this crust, I think it would be the perfect pizza for me then. So anyway, all in all, I thought these were good budget options because one person is probably only going to eat a half of this. So you might be able to feed 2 people for $5. You could also add a bag salad to this and have a nice quick convenience meal. When I saw that pumpkin was on sale, it inspired me so much that I wanted to make some pumpkin recipes, and I've been craving those healthy oatmeal cookies that I made a while back that use just 3 ingredients: oatmeal, mashed banana, and then the third ingredient is up to you, either nuts or chocolate chips or raisins or dried cranberries. Anyway, I decided to try them with a half a cup of pumpkin, and then I also added in 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. I use that like vitamins, so I add it into any recipes that it'll blend into. you. It has omega-3s, which I need since I don't eat seafood. These were tasty, however, I didn't get that nice, rich pumpkin flavor that I was wanting. Maybe next time I'll add in more pumpkin. Still feeling unfulfilled, I decided to try a pumpkin shake. When bananas get too sweet in my house, what I do is just throw them in the freezer and then I use them for my shakes. Or I also use them as a sweetener for oatmeal. So anyway, I just basically used milk, 1 frozen banana, about 3/4 of a cup of pumpkin, some pumpkin pie spice, and again, some more flaxseed. I would have liked to have had some vanilla in this, but I'm currently out and I forgot to get some at the store. I thought this was so good and it really satisfied my craving for pumpkin. I would also like to try this with oat milk just because I do love the taste of oat milk and I think it would be great along with the pumpkin. Thanks for watching, friends. I'll see you Sunday.
Morning has broken, my windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way.